What's up, guys? It's Mr. Lion626, and today I'm going to be doing a brief overview of my Palm M130. So this is a pretty neat device. Before I get to it, I'll show you the everything else I have. So this is the hot sink cradle, which is connected to the outlet to charge it. This is the laptop I use to hot sink it. It's a 2007 HP Pavilion DV6000. It runs Windows XP Service Pack 3. Then over there we have our documentation. Pretty cool. We have the registration card. We got our graffiti tips. We have our read this first thing. We have our accessories catalog. And we have our Palm desktop software. That is very handy for both the desktop software and the bonus software. Believe me, bonus software, you won't want to miss out on that. Going to the actual Palm, here we have the front. If you press the up button, it will briefly tell you the time. You can see. It says May 1st. Then you have, your little faceplate with the blue sides. On this side is the SD card slot. We'll come back to that. On this side, we have a heaping helping of nothing. On the back here, we have our information about the Palm, as long as a Palm-powered logo. And on the bottom, we have where our hot sink / charging cradle goes. Then right here, that's where the stylus goes, and that's the tab where you can change the faceplate so the camera won't show it. But anyway, so yeah, that's basically the basic overview of it. So when you flip open the cover, before we turn it on actually, we have our screen, we have our graffiti area with home, menu, calculator, and search. At the very corners of this, we have our clock, we have brightness and contrast, and this also, if you hold it down, it adjusts the brightness and contrast. And we have our ABC and 1, 2, 3 keyboards. And this is for capitalization, because it's graffiti too. Okay, so I'm going to turn this on so you can see it. This is what it looks like. It's pretty cool. You have your clock right here. You have your battery indicator, and you have your category indicator. You have your applications. And also for the buttons, we have date book, phone book, to-do list and notepad, and up and down for scrolling. This thing contains a paltry 8 megabytes, which by today's standards is laughable, which is why I decided to use this. It's an SD card, and it beautifully expands the memory. So it's pretty cool. As you can see, I have a wide variety of applications on here because there's not enough room on the actual device. And also, what you can do is put photos and videos onto that card and play them back onto the device. If you go to Photo Suite, which, for the SD card, you go to Photo View. There are no images on memory card. You must have gotten rid of them all. But still, you can also transfer them to Photo Suite, so you can view them there. Just for example purposes, here's a picture of my cat looking annoyed at me while I try and get a picture of her while she's on the windowsill. Yeah, that's pretty much it for the actual Palm. And also, speaking of the card, if you go into... God, this camera is just oh my gosh. It cannot do close-ups. I apologize. I guess if you zoom in, then it's okay. If you go to card info, it will tell you everything about the actual memory card. It'll tell you like how many applications are on it, how much is free, how much is used, that sort of thing. Go back home. So yeah, it's a pretty handy device, even by today's standards. Well, for me anyway. People would probably not use it these days, but I still do because I actually find them practical for remembering appointments and such. So I'll show you how we hot sync it. So we have our laptop open, and we just take our little cradley, and then just plop it into the cradle. Just make sure it's aligned, and then you hear the beep. And then you will notice a button here, a button on the cradle. That is the hot sink symbol. You press that, and it immediately begins hot sinking. You can see it has the progress. It's backing up my handheld databases real quick. And yeah, that's pretty much it for hot sync. It can range from, well, if you don't have anything to back up, it can take like 5 seconds, like I just did. I didn't install any applications, so it took a very short amount of time. That's sort of how it works. Anyway, I discussed this thing to death now, so that's pretty much it for the Palm M130 handheld. I hope you enjoyed. Have a happy first day of May, and rest in peace. YouTube annotations will be killed tomorrow. Anyway, hope you have a great day, and I'll see you next time.